968, we don't want to integrate. 8642, we don't want no jigaboos. That chant is in my head where it lives. When I think of that day, I see my school in my mind's eye. It's William France in the Ninth Ward in New Orleans. I can still see that crowd. We are a blur of angry faces. We're shouting that chant. It seems to my heart that it's just yesterday. The chant goes on and on. I feel proud to be part of the big happening. I know this happening is very important. Today was November 14th, 1960. I was 10 years old living in foster care. You see, my world came preordained with rules for who went where. This city of New Orleans started out in the curve of the river. The sediment built up the land. Rich people lived on the high ground uptown. Low down river land was for the poor folks, the blacks and the whites. But the rules were black and white with no gray. Black people could live in our neighborhood. They could even own homes, but only by the railroad tracks. Nobody ever asked them what they thought about the banging of them cars. Separation is in every part of my life. Whites in my neighborhood don't own cars for the most part, but neither do black people. But there's a bus with a movable wooden sign. It marks their section. If whites need more space, the bus driver puts the bus in park, pulls over, moves the sign. So the whites are going to sit and the blacks are going to stand. On a cool, crisp day in New Orleans, a small hole in hell opens up to swallow one 6-year-old kid. She has a friend in that crowd, but she doesn't know it. Her friend can't stop the shouts, the insults. It's impossible. Children have no power. The one thing her friend can do is shut her own mouth. She won't add to the pain. The image of that day will remain in my heart forever. I am that child. That day feels unusual. It's cool and crisp, and the leaves have been falling. They're red and orange and speckled. Some parts of the sidewalk, which we call the banquette, are slanted and broken. But then so are the minds of the grown people who walk us to school. Tiny grasses. They sprout in between them cracks, and the leaves settle on top to keep them warm. The air is full of excitement. I feel giddy as I leave my house on Piety Street. Oddly, my Uncle Lester, stays home to walk me to school. He never does this. He works for the IRS at a big fancy building with marble floors and tall brass doors. Today is us against them, he says. For a long time, I've heard this news from Armand Duvio. He's the plumber in the neighborhood. He oversees the plan and keeps up with the court cases. Again, I'm 10 years old. I don't know nothing about a court case. But I've learned to chant. I've practiced. I know this day's going to be big. The unknown makes me a little anxious. We know nothing except they're wrong. How many are coming? How old are they? We get no answers. You know what I do here is you don't see none of them uptown people being integrated. No, they have money. Integration is our dragon to slay. We're sure it's big and black, and it probably breathes fire. I'm dressed in my school clothes, and I wonder why, since everybody knows nobody's going to school. If a black person steps into our school. That's the end of it. Uncle Lester, he wears his tailored suit with his monogram handkerchief. Aunt Mary, she ain't coming. She don't like confrontation, but she does hate black people. Well, out the front door of my pale stucco house I go. I walk to the corner with Uncle Lester, turn right onto Johnson Street. The first street we cross is Desire. Other families join us. How odd. Here we are, the city that care forgot. We are yet the most aggravated, agitated people I have ever seen in my life. We are Cajun, we're German, we're Italian, we're Irish, we're French, we're Spanish, but everybody considers themselves white. Grown people are with their kids carrying very nasty signs all about integration and what they think about black people. The chant is loud. We cross Gallier, Congress, Independence. More people, more signs. We wind up on the street. The trees, oh man, they're casting lacy shadows. Light sprinkles onto the banquet. The pin oaks still have their leaves. This is like Mardi Gras, I think. This is like a parade. Jillions of people in the street. We're all giving each other where you at. Where you at is our version of hello. All we need now is floats and school bands, baton twirlers. Our crowd is going to be cohesive, bound by a 2, 4, 6, 8. We don't want to integrate. 8, 6, 4, 2. We don't want no jigaboos. For me, in this moment, I know we're right. Otherwise, the world's going to go tilt like a pinball machine. Right is right. Changing places is wrong. Black people have schools. What are they doing over here? Racial prejudice has slipped into the cracks of my own soul. Me, I've seen pain. And this business of them wiggling from point A to point B is going to bring somebody some serious pain. All my relatives, they have thought of me as a funny, talkative kid. I know I'm striving for acceptance and attention. Today, I'm going to make my world right. This is my big chance. As we get down to the school, I noticed the cops. The cops, they must be with us. They put up barricades so nobody can cross the street. But people are wrapped all around the school. There's adults, kids, cops, cameras, everybody's waiting. Eventually, a unmarked car pulls up, right smack in front of my face. 4 men with armbands on, great big things. U.S. Marshals step out. The noise triples. Okay, I think, here we go. Suddenly, kind of slowly, like a film, I see her. She's a kid. She is wearing the same shoes I got on. She must shop where I do. My voice stops. I feel like I'm in her place. I hate being called ugly names by one big kid who teases me about my drunk mama. Yet here we are, hundreds of people yelling at her. My mind goes into overdrive. My mouth gets salty. God, she's littler than me. Where's her mama? Oh, there she is. Why aren't they holding hands? Why is she walking alone? The sound is scary. The yelling is loud, but it's not at me. But I feel like somebody has me by the throat. A tear rolls down my cheek. But I wipe it away with my sleeve. I hope nobody sees it. My mind keeps going. What are we doing? God, she must be scared. I stare at her, tiny girl surrounded by these huge guys. I say to myself, this voice right here comes in the top of my head. Never again will I act like this. Never. No one's noticed my silence. It's just me and her, struggling to breathe in a deep full of anger. It's like molasses. It sticks to us. She makes it across the street and inside my school. I can't cry now. All I want to do is go home. I am changed. I'm going to stand up for those people, no matter which those they are. To this day, it's my calling. It was years later, 1998, a movie trailer came on my TV. I'm sitting in my recliner, and I saw my school. Finally, I hear her name out loud. It was the name of the movie, Ruby Bridges. Since then, I have tried to reach her. Over all these years, no matter which way I try, she's ignored me. I figure she had a psychologist living with us, so I guess she didn't ever get over it. But in 2022, I met the three girls who integrated the other school in New Orleans that same day. It was McDonough 19. I got to tell them I was sorry. I am really sorry. So if I drop dead tomorrow, at least someone knows I'm at peace. For the rest of my days, there will be no way to get past me saying anything negative about those people, no matter which those they are.